Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You are now seeing the faces of the championship hour duo.
Thought already seen our face.
No. There's some people behind the screens that have not seen the beautiful face of myself and the other guy, Joe. But
That guy.
yeah, look, like we said, you guys asked for a podcast, and here we are. We're getting it started. Myself and Joe, when we make a commitment, right, we stick to it, and voila, this is what we've got. So this is the pilot episode. Obviously, just introducing ourselves as the championship hour duo. What's with your facial reaction?
Bro, you said commitment. Hey, brother.
Hey, look.
Brother, you.
Anyways, this is the pilot episode. So sort of just introducing the championship hour, how it came about, sort of why we put so much focus and attention into it, because at the end of the day, we love it. We love what we do. And so this is to give you guys more of an insight into everything that happens behind the scenes with the championship hour. But of course, the championship hour would not be a thing had it not been for our sponsors and unofficial sponsors, which Joe will take you through.
So first of all, championship hour, Sam and Joe. This is the opening for the sponsors. So championship hour by Sam and Joe, brought to you by our unofficial sponsors, Coco Bella, Sweet As You, and our apparel partner, brought to you by Aki Australia. If you haven't heard about them, check them out. At the moment, jump on Instagram, jump on their website. They've got a competition running, DIY. I hope by the time this thing even comes out,
It's still going, still ongoing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I think jump on Instagram. They've got a DIY basketball competition going, basketball jersey competition going in. So all you need to do is download their printable template onto your Photoshop, wherever you do your printing or whatever Photoshopping you do. Download their template into that, and then design your own special basketball apparel. If you should win, they will give you 7 jerseys for free. If you come second, I think it's a $250 Aki voucher. If you come third, there's $150 voucher. And I think they also have the option where the community will vote for their winner. So it's
really?
Aki or AkiOnline.com. You see them there? Aki Online, somewhere there behind us. Aki Online, that's them. And of course, this is not possible without our media partner, Joshua Fusco at Josh Fusco Films. Check him out on Instagram, Josh Fusco Films. So here we go. Sam, championship power.
So we get started with how it all came to fruition.
Yeah.
So I honestly, I can't remember. I can't remember how it came about. To be fair, I just remember coming in on a Sunday and just being like, I think you're the one that came up and just like, hey Sam, let's commentate a game.
Yeah.
And we were just like, you know what, why not? As in, like, the stream was getting a few views, and the level of competition with championship is just so tight. Obviously, last season was really tight, especially with the whole 3 teams getting relegated.
Yeah,
it was everything to play for last season. So I think last season would have been a great time to start this. Every game was just competitive. Any team could beat anyone. It was just, ultimately for a couple of teams, it came down to the last game, and they ended up playing each other. So
yeah. Look, honestly, I'll give a big shout out to Guy Costa from West United. I think, obviously, Guy at one point called me up, and then obviously being the commissioner of the league, he brought me up and he said, you know what? That was when West United were playing in State League Championship last season. And I think he goes to me, this league needs some recognition. I think the teams here, the players are now committed. Players are training, teams are training. And then it's like, how about eventually we get teams to line up and work out in championship and also start getting commentary and all of that. And I think the likes of Andre Caro also brought that up a little bit as well, and some few players and teams also. But Guy Costa eventually, influenced it. And so I guess I made a promise to the league. I'm like, we want to make it better. If you are the so-called second division or the second best team from series, we need to give you guys a bit of exposure.
sure.
And that's how we were born. That champion. I'm like, Sam, let's jump on a game. commentated on a game, and then Championship Hour was born. I don't know how the name came about. I think Josh actually brought the name up.
Did he?
Yeah. We had some really weird name.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Josh was like, how about Championship Hour?
Oh yeah, it was him. Yeah, true.
So yeah, he's not just our media partner, but
he's the
he's got a
idea
lot
guy.
of ideas and brain behind Championship Hour. So he's apart from Tanzila, Josh is our third wheel as well.
Nah,
Yeah.
honestly, the level of effort Josh puts in is crazy.
Yeah.
But in saying that, like, I don't think we thought it was gonna come as far as it has. As in, initially we thought it was just gonna be us just going commentating games and everything like that. And I'll be honest, I think you were the driving force behind. You know what? Let's try to make something out of this.
Listen, nah. See, that's where I disagree with you, bro. The ideas you come up with on the spot, team of the week, all these
The fantasy,
fantasy thing. Come on, man. I may be doing the admin work behind the scene, printing the team sheet, but you just brought it up on the spot. Because I remember,
we were commentating a game, and we were just like, you know what?
halftime, I think it was halftime, and someone was like, "How about we pick our fantasy team?"
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna let us stick with my initial. For those that do not know, my initial team included Stavros Vavarigos, and
It was just unfortunate. It had to be after that game. It was that game. He didn't have the best
I can't
game.
even remember who they were. I think we were playing Northcare.
No, it was against Northern Phoenix.
Oh, was it?
Was it against?
No, it was again Northcare.
Yeah, it was against North. Yeah.
Remember, because that's when all the boys, Michael Marisic and all of them, jumped on social media, and they were. There's some of them. I remember the key one was what's the criteria in getting into Joe's team? But I think it's.
Who was that from? Was that
And I think that was from movie.
No, it wasn't.
The tall guy.
Yeah. What's his name? I mean, he hasn't played.
El Ghazali.
El Ghazali, yeah. Mohammed.
Mohammed El Ghazali.
Jeez, man, they were ruthless in the comment section, man. They did not hold back. Obviously, one comment that came up was from Mooks, Michael Marisic of Northcote. I'm not gonna take that. He's like, oh, I forgot what his comment was. It was something to do with, I guess.
I think he said about someone not being picked.
No, it was. Oh no, his comment was. I don't know which team was worse, Sam or Joe's.
Oh.
And then obviously I'm just like, no, I can't have this. It's the reply was whichever team has you is worse. Obviously a bit of banter, but I think that's why Championship Hour is the way it is. It's just no filter. People being able to speak their minds, us especially, just being able to just say whatever, you know, just differing opinions.
Yeah.
And obviously dividing opinions as well. And I think that's what makes the Championship Hour so good. It's because it's not everyone necessarily agreeing to the same thing. It causes discussion between people. It might be a bit of, you know, some people might, we've seen the comment section, people go a little bit, you know, over the line. But at the end of the day, that's why we're there to monitor like everything, bring them back in place. Because essentially we love discussion. We love debate.
Of course,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Championship Hour is all about causing debate, causing a bit of havoc amongst the community. And that's what we want to build, because we want to bring that level of attention to Championship, because it honestly is such a competitive league and such an entertaining league to watch.
Yeah.
It might not be the prettiest futsal you've ever seen, let's be honest. It's not the most glamorous futsal you'll see, but in terms of just like the hard grit and just like the physicality of the game, as opposed to series, I just honestly, I could just sit there and watch just 10 hours straight of Championship.
Yeah, it's different. And I think for me, the fact that obviously the boys in the league have bought into it. They've sort of like seen what we're doing. Yeah. They understand where we're coming from, and they support it. We may say things that in other world could potentially upset someone, but I think the boys understand what we're trying to do. We're bringing that attention, and we've had a level of, like you said, on our YouTube comment section, we've had a lot of people coming through and commenting and debating with themselves and talking to themselves and all of that. I think that's been the factor that has pushed us to continue going further, and to know that people are actually caring about our fantasy points. Obviously, you know, there are people that you could mention, like the first three. The first person is Rose Raslin. He's the only player to have featured in the first 3 round of the fantasy that we did. And of course, the most sad part is when we couldn't pick him. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the agreement was, but somehow we both we both decided not to pick Ruse, and that was the day the guy decided to show up.
I remember again. The only week we decided to put a ban on Ruse because Ruse was essentially the first pick every single time.
Yeah,
it was like him, Lucas Vaz, and just all the critical goal scorers. And it's just like, no. We need to give recognition to other players as well.
Yeah.
Which is why we sort of put restrictions a few weeks. But it was just unfortunate that particular week, Ruse just happened to get, I don't know what he put in his wheat bix in the morning, but it was ridiculous.
Do you know what's funny? The funny part of these guys, listen, this is top level secret here. Ruse had his birthday on Saturday, went out, right? On that Saturday, went out for his birthday. I believe he went to Miss Collins. I'm pretty sure
not providing Miss Collins, by the way. Just saying.
I'm pretty sure the guy stayed there after they closed because he said his friend sort of like runs the joint a little bit. So I'm sure he stayed there up until the early mornings. And I'm talking about 6 a.m. How he went home, barely had any sleeps, come to play on Sundays and put in that performance. That was all of this work. But for me, the experience or what I've learned is do not trust. Who are those 3 boys again? Daniel Baker, Christian Peluso,
and Marcus Fernandez.
Yeah, do not ever trust those 3 players again.
I've called them out on the stream before, and I'm going to call them out again.
Right now.
I'm calling them out again. You boys set me up for failure that week. I'm not going to say how or what week it is if people can remember.
We couldn't choose Ruse.
Yep. Oh, that too, because they said they had the insider info. I don't know what kind of insider info they had, but I'm pretty sure I just came across 3 imposters.
Yeah,
that's what I came across. So Marcus Fernandez, Christian Peluso, Daniel Baker, you've all been blacklisted.
Yeah.
So don't
ever get on my list.
Don't bother commenting on the stream. I'm just gonna block you, ignore you. But if we do pick you by some miracle, then do well for us.
Yeah, that's all we're asking. That's all we're asking. So guys, this is pretty much the story behind Championship Hour, and we appreciate the opportunity to obviously come by. This is just like we said. This is just the pilot. There'll be more sections come. We'll try and reach out to players, teams. Actually, I would love to interview you. You know what? I would love to interview you.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I will. So those that do not know, Championship Hour partner here, Sam is also the owner and the president of Northern Phoenix. So we'll bring another episode out, and then it will be about you and your Phoenix team. Now, just obviously we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
But what has been the highlight of Championship Hour for you so far?
For me, I think for me, it's obviously I haven't been committed the last few weeks, and I apologize.
You know that.
I apologize, but I think in order for an idea to work, all right, you have to have some sort of commitment behind it. So it's in a sense of just being consistent, like obviously consistently ensuring that we're live at 6 p.m. to do, because like it's one of those if you miss 1 week, it's a little bit like, oh, we missed this week. Who says we can't miss like a couple of weeks just to rest up, kind of thing. But in my opinion, it's just the fact that we've been able to commit in the sense of getting here 6 o'clock, picking our teams, going live, introducing things like introducing our predictions. Like the live fantasy is wild. I love that. I love that so much. Just the fact that we're just able to just go head to head. At some point though, we've got to have like some sort of bargaining chip in terms of like our fantasy. Like the loser has to do a certain thing.
I think the dream for me with Fantasy Points is to mimic what Fantasy Premier League does. Obviously, we're not financially supported by anyone. This is just 2 random boys. Someone from Cook Island and I'm from Brazil. I'm from Ghana. I represent Ghana well. Yeah, so it's just two random boys coming up and obviously just putting something up without any financial backing, and we're not being paid. We're just doing this out of pure love for the sport and pure love for the game of futsal. I think for me, we want to get to that point where we can build a proper website where fans to be able to also play along us.
Oh, yeah.
Go in there, select their team, create their jerseys, get that triple captain type of thing going
The
on.
amount of egos we'll have to face is crazy. People are going to think we're the expert boys because we're there every week. We're there watching every single team. We're there to commentate of every team. Well, then I'm telling you, there are some heads in there that are looking at us and putting a massive target on our backs.
I swear.
So yeah, but it's more so just trying to get the community involved, so to speak. Because I mean, with our commentary, it's like, where else in the world are you able to like interact with your commentators? Like, you're able to make comments, they're able to answer your questions or anything. Like nowhere else. So essentially, we want to be the pioneers for just, I guess, a new level of commentary.
Yeah.
In a way, or just commentary, content creation, like the whole lot. Like that's what we're aiming to do. So with that, we'll just wrap it up there.
Yeah, I guess.
Sense of, so that's been the pilot episode. Obviously, be sure to join us. We're here every single Sunday, 6 p.m. championship hour for the fantasy draft, and then 6:30 or whenever
the Revs decide to kick off,
is when we start commentating. So yeah, Joe, if you want to wrap us up here.
It's been a wrap once again. A massive shout out to our unofficial sponsors, Coco Bella. As you can see, Coco Bella, sweet as you. Thanks to our Tenzilla by the slogan. Obviously, once again, we've got Josh Fusco Films behind our media and all of that. And of course, Accu. Look at that. Look at this beautiful top. I don't know about this guy, what he's wearing.
Just paint it on there. It's somewhere there.
He's wearing his wish one.
I think I'm wearing my top inside out.
It's okay. We forgive you. But yes, Accu, Jump Online, Team Sport, whether you've got a business, whether you've got, even if you have your bax night, and all of that, just jump onto them. They'll whip up some nice design for you. KMU Designs, check him out on Instagram as well. Fantastic group. And of course, how can I forget the ever-present Nina, who is, the mother of that group in a sense, behind everything. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, men and women, whatever you may be, we respect that. But this is Championship Hour with Sam and Joe.